Hi guys, it's Stevie G, and I just want to do a quick little vlog to give you some updates of what's going on in my life at the moment. So, over the last 7 days and 2 hours, um, I haven't smoked. I've given up smoking, so very, very happy about that. I can smell better, I can breathe better, I can taste better. Um, I've probably prevented myself from maybe 2,000 milligrams of tar. I've saved close to $400 just that would have otherwise been wasted. Yeah, so I'm very happy for that. I'd like to thank all the people that have been giving me encouragement. It definitely does help. So yeah, thank you everyone who's liked my posts on Facebook and given me encouraging words. So thank you. Um, all right, on to some gaming stuff. I want to quickly talk about my latest game that I've been playing. Been playing Destiny on the Xbox One. Destiny's a very unique game. It's really fun. It's basically they've taken a massive multiplayer online game and thrown it in a blender with an RPG game, like a role playing game sort of thing. So massive multiplayer online RPG, and then they've combined that with a first person shooter. So it's a very unique game as far as that goes. It's open world stuff. Probably the only thing that I probably could complain about is that when I first jumped on it, I thought, hey, I'll be able to play with all my friends. You can only really play with 3 people um, in the story missions, which was a bit of a disappointment. But apart from that, like when you are playing, like you will run into other random players that are playing the same level as you, and you can definitely interact with all those other players, and they can interact with you, and they can help you out, and they can help you finish missions, and it's really cool as far as that goes. So I still think it's a very, very fun game and very, very good value game. So yeah, I would recommend it to give it a go if you haven't already. Um, the Xbox One console, I'd have to say, is going very, very well for me. I've got both consoles now. I've got the PlayStation 4 and I've got the Xbox One. The PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox One, there's a few differences that I'm noticing over time. Um, One of those things is the fan noise. The fan noise in the Xbox One is whisper quiet, whereas you turn on the PlayStation and it howls like a banshee. So it's definitely very, very loud. So yeah, that was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, wow, that's crazy. As far as graphical differences, other people have asked me, what's the difference graphically, Steve? Now, I've got an eye for graphics. I'm a graphics designer. I'm a computer engineer, as a lot of you guys who do know me. Yeah, so the best way I can describe it in simplistic terms that you can understand is there is light shaders and things like that where you'll get lighting, brightness, contrasting differences. So it does look a little bit brighter on PlayStation. It does look a little bit more reflective on water. Not by much, though, I have to say. I think the architecture of the hardware in both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One is very, very similar. So you're not going to get a whole lot of difference there. There has been a lot of people, like, a bunch of naysayers, and, I'll put my hand up. I was one of them. When people would line up at EB and it's like, oh, what are you getting, buddy? I'm getting my PlayStation 4. Oh, I'm getting an Xbox One. And I'll be sitting there going, well, mate, I think you're making a big mistake. But after using it, I'm telling you right now, it is a very, very good console. Um, and mate, I think it's a sleeping giant. If PlayStation aren't careful, this console could potentially do a lot better. It really could. It could absolutely smash the PlayStation in a lot of ways as far as reliability. Half the time it's like if you can get a good reliable connection and games that don't lag, things like that. Those little things like that, man, they make all the difference. Whereas if you on PlayStation, you've got constant dropouts, you've got constant freaking party issues and all these different things that are happening, and PlayStation giving us 6 months of 8-bit games and shitty content and things like that. All those things do make a difference. So I think Xbox has got a lot going for it. A lot of you guys think that I've been with PlayStation for a long, long time. I have, but a lot of people don't know that me and my buddy Kine, we've had back in 2007, 8, whenever it was, we've had somewhere in the vicinity of up to 20 360 consoles, and they were all red ringing and stuff like that. So we've had 360s and stuff in the past. So and then after we went through that, we basically went, well, we've got PlayStations now. Let's just go with that because they had the free network. But now they both cost money. Doesn't really matter. Either way, guys. The only way I can really guide you if you haven't bought one of these consoles yet is look at the content, look at the games. See what games you think you might like. There are some good games for both consoles. If you've got both consoles and you can afford it, you can't lose. There's some really, really good games. So, yes, I would definitely say though the Xbox One has a lot to going for it. So, there's one of the other things I do like too. I've just gotten into the invite-only Xbox preview program where I get to preview the latest Xbox dashboards before anyone else does. I'd like to thank Aussie Gamer for that. Thanks, Aussie Gamer, and thanks Fredo3D for that, mate. You're a legend. Yeah, so I've now got access to this and can view all that stuff. PlayStation don't do that. Which I kind of wish they did in one way. Seems to work very, very well for a lot of these other game companies that release betas before they come out. I mean, you look at Destiny, they released the beta. You look at, Battlefield Hardline, they released the beta. A lot of these companies are doing this now so they can real-world load test this stuff. So I think it's equally as important for the consoles firmware or the console's system software to be tested this thoroughly over all the users of the community or all the people who are in the program, the testing program, as much as it is for games. And I think it's greatly beneficial. So I think Xbox, good on yous for doing that. Microsoft, that's, mate, last time I thanked Microsoft was a long, long time ago. And yeah, I think they're doing some sneaky good decisions, which is good to see. It's good to see the underdog making a chase for PlayStation and keeping them on their feet. All right, well, I think that's virtually all I want to talk about, guys. I'm going to give you some new videos and some other cool stuff coming soon. I'm going to do for you technical guys who want to see tech videos, I'm going to do a video very, very soon to further clarify network issues. It's going to be called Networks for Noobs. I'm going to do a thing there to clarify how to identify what kind of connection you've got and what kind of network hardware you've got, etc. That sort of stuff, which makes it a lot easier to set yourself up with an open NAT type and stuff like that if you're not really tech savvy and don't really know what you're dealing with. So yeah, a lot of that's coming from the response, the massive response. I'd like to thank all the people who have liked my video to do with OpenNet and DMZ, guys. Thank you so much. Anyone who hasn't liked the video or subscribed yet, please do it. It does help me out a whole bunch and helps me get my videos out there. On the gaming side, I've got some other cool stuff, which I will reveal now. I've actually joined a clan. Said I was never going to join another clan again, but I ran into some really, really cool guys. The clan is Filthy Gods. So I'd like to give a shout out to Filthy Fingers, Filthy Y-Bots, Deadman, all Filthy Cells, all those guys. Terrific guys. Some of the best people I've ever met, which yeah, it is nice to meet some cool people when you're gaming. So yeah, hopefully soon, guys, I'll get to make some really cool content for you. Stay tuned. Alright, guys, peace out.